Welcome back. This is the 34th episode in the martial poetry series. In this video, we're going to be covering a Xinyiliuhe movement, the predecessor art to Xingyiquan. It's going to be a movement called Sparrow Hawk Penetrates the Branch. So the sparrow hawk is, a bird, and it's meant to portray a bird that's weaving in and out of branches among trees. So the movement is much like that. Like you're trying to weave your way through branches. So done towards you, it's like this type of movement. So it's like I'm going underneath the branch, penetrating through, and folding the wings, and then I penetrate through the branch and fold the wings. So the way that they would do this, right, they'd be flying, and then when they find a narrow spot, they'd fold in their wings as they dart through the branch, and then take back to flight again, and they'd make themselves narrow and then thick to catch the wind again. So you can think about it like this. I make myself narrow, and then I widen the movement again. And then I make myself narrow, and then widen the movement again. So the point of this, and why it's portraying this particular vision, or this analogy, is it's trying to say that the opponent's limbs are like branches. So you want to weave in and out of them very swiftly. Otherwise you'll get caught on the ends and you have to try and fight your way through it, and then it becomes a battle of who's stronger, who's faster, and that's not a battle that you want to get into, because there's always going to be someone stronger and faster. But if you are able to agilely move in and out of range, move in and out of inside and outside gate, move in and out of their limbs, you can take advantage of this, or take control of the situation. So it's essentially like I would be covering and then attacking from underneath, and then I cover is like essentially like protect the head, and then I can come from underneath the branches like so. So you can essentially think about it as one will block and one will sneak by. One will block and one will sneak by. So you're always paying attention to the limbs, because they're coming for your head, or they're coming for your rib cage or whatever. So you pay attention and then sneak one by, usually out of sight, in the blind spot. So if I have a punch upwards, right, there's a particular area underneath my arm where I can't see because my arm is in the way, right? So normally I would block and then sneak my arm through that area where they can barely see and attack from underneath. And of course, if we slow it down, you might be able to see little bits and pieces, and you might be able to see the body moving forward, but at high speeds, it's going to be a lot harder to track. And for any second or any split moment where you lose control or you lose sight of your opponent's limbs, that's a moment where the person can take advantage of the situation and take control of the fight. So it's meant to block and sneak by and get past the opponent's perception. So much like the sparrow hawk will fold in the wings, penetrate through the branch, and then take flight. So that was Xinyiliuhe's Sparrow Hawk Penetrates the Branch. From Xinyiliuhe, this is the 34th episode in the martial poetry series. I'll see you in the next one.